Sounds good. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Blank slate. This is where it starts. We got nothing, right?
Yeah, that's pretty graphic there.
Does anybody know how to do like a good shadow puppet? I don't. But anyway, that's where we start. Imagine being in a cave. Imagine being in a cave. And you haven't eaten for 3 days. And you don't know if on the hunt tomorrow that mastodon's going to fall on you and break your leg or worse. Imagine that. Right? But this guy, Ugg, comes along and he draws his stuff up on the wall. What would you think of that guy? Who in here, by a show of hands, can draw? Draw. Come on, raise them high. Who can draw? Okay, good. All right, now, who can draw well enough to show it to other people and feel comfortable about that? Okay, we got 3. That's very good. 4. Awesome. Out of this many people. Ugg, the guy who went up there and drew this up on the cave wall, it must have appeared like magic to these people that couldn't do that. Right? It must have appeared like magic. In fact, a lot of times these artists sold it as magic. That's how they made their living. They wouldn't have to go hunt for the mastodon. They would just draw, well, you guys do this, and you do that, and this thing come over here, and then you'll catch it. And then they would go off, the hunters would go, and the artists would, wait until they brought the meal. Right? Because this was valued. This was highly valued. Make sense? Who here has been to the Sistine Chapel? I have. If you haven't been there, and you get a chance, go. It's awe-inspiring. I mean, it's unbelievable. And this is not a dissertation on religion. It's not a dissertation on religion, okay? One way or the other. And I personally am not Catholic. I'm not. But I got to tell you, when I stepped into the Sistine Chapel, and you look up, I mean, it's inspiring. I mean, it's like, wow, this is unbelievable, right? Now, Michelangelo was the guy who did this. Michelangelo, right? Michelangelo was actually had another project. He actually had this other project lined up to do, right? That he was very passionate about. When the guy that runs this place basically came up to him and said, we would like you to paint, this church. And he really wasn't interested in it because he was a sculptor. He wasn't really a painter. He was more a sculptor. But he was commissioned to paint this instead. Despite his own protest, they paid him to do this. Now there's debate on how much money was actually transferred. How much money was actually paid to Michelangelo to create this. There's debate on how much that was. But we do know this, that Michelangelo, it took him 4 years to paint this, by the way, 4 years. And he really didn't like the project. But we do know that in 1564, Michelangelo died. And he died a multimillionaire. This is 1564. This guy made a lot of money making art. And they paid him to do it. So I'm going to read something here. A member of the New York Catholic Conference stated that his church, that being the Catholic Church, probably ranks second only to the United States government in total annual purchase. Another statement made by nationally syndicated Catholic priests perhaps is even more telling. The Catholic Church, he said, must be the biggest corporation in the United States. We have a branch office in every neighborhood. Our assets and real estate holdings must exceed those of Standard Oil, AT&T, and U.S. Steel combined. And our roster of dues-paying members must be second only to the tax rolls of the United States government. That was a statement made in this article I found in November 2013. Has the Catholic Church obtained a high level of return on the graphic design investment? Yes. Yes. If you go to Rome, if you go to Vatican City, and I spent a lot of time there, it was unbelievable. You are surrounded by art. I mean, Michelangelo did David. If Sistine Chapel doesn't do it for you, I mean, the statue of David is just, it's incredible. Mm-hmm. But there is art everywhere. And Vatican City is actually its own country. Its own country. It has the highest median income on the planet. It's Vatican City. Average income of 8,000 people that live there is over $350,000 annually. Yeah. All from art. Or graphic design. Because the truth is, graphic design is art that is sold with the intent of promoting a particular product or service. That's graphic design. Okay? It's not art for the sake of art. It's the art for the sake of promoting something else. It attracts attention, right? Okay, good. So, I have to warn you, the next slide I'm about to show you is going to upset you. It's actually pretty disgusting. It's horrific. And it was kind of a big decision on my part to put this up here. Okay, but I'm going to do it just to make a point. Okay, so you guys ready? No. There will be people offended, I guarantee you. Now this logo gives me a visceral disgust. It's about right here. It makes me sick. It's awful. Right? And some of you may be upset that I put it up there. You may be offended. We've got a lot of negative thoughts when we look at this. But it's just a logo. It's just a mark. It's just a brand. But think of all the things it communicates. Just that simple symbol and what it communicates. And these guys, they use this brand well. As horrible as it was, Adolf Hitler was Time Magazine's Man of the Year in 1936. His picture is on the cover of Time Magazine, and he's sitting in his brown outfit, you know, with his little mustache. And he's got an armband right here. And that armband has that logo on it. It's a red armband. And everywhere these guys marched, everywhere they went, all their propaganda had that logo on it. And that brand. And they carefully made sure it was reproduced correctly and consistently. Yeah, you have a question?
I just want to make a comment. You know, the Nazis never created the swastika. The swastika is an ancient symbol that
That's
they
right.
co-opted and used for them.
That's right. It was, and now anybody